Breaking news here on CNN. Some details that are just out, announced a few minutes ago, about a settlement between the federal government and General Motors. The federal charges wire fraud, hiding information about a bad auto park linked to more than 100 deaths, and there's a dollar amount hooked to this settlement too, and it is one of the big ones, one of the biggest in fact. Evan Perez is our justice reporter. So Evan, walk me through this. It's all about those ignition switches that led to multiple deaths, many deaths, over 100 deaths, and
Right.
now GM is offering almost $1 billion to make sure that they are inoculated against any kind of criminal charges. Is that right, or are there some holes in there somewhere?
That's exactly right, Ashley. $900 million is what the fine that pay to settle this criminal investigation by the Justice Department. They're going to be under probation for 3 years, roughly. They're agreeing to cooperate, provide all information that they have on this defect. This was an ignition switch that was faulty, and it caused 124 people to die. As part of this agreement, there are no charges. There are no charges against executives, and that's something that obviously is going to bother some people, especially some of the family members of these people who lost their lives. The mother of one of those people told us it was grossly inadequate, that nobody's going to be held accountable for this, but GM is going to pay $900 million. They are admitting to criminal wrongdoing. Account of wire fraud is what they're admitting to. But here's the deal. In addition to admitting to engaging in a scheme to conceal a deadly safety defect from U.S. regulators, part of this agreement says that GM, the current GM that we know, doesn't really have to admit to anything that old GM, the company that existed before it got a $50 billion bailout from the U.S. government, doesn't have to admit to any of that. So this is basically something that they're going to wash their hands of. This is the old GM, pre-2009 GM, that is admitting to all of this, and they're going to walk away, again, after their 3 years of probation, Ashley.
Okay, I get it. The Etch-a-Sketch thing that was brought up a while ago is actually getting traction here, but what about, now that's criminal, so let's just be clear, that's criminal.
Right.
No executives going to jail. I don't know that that filters all the way down to the folks on the line, but what about the civil actions? Because there were, like, I think 1,300 plus civil
Right.
suits that are out there or circulating. Are those at all connected? Are they still active? Can they be active?
Well, they're still active, and GM did say today that they have reached a deal to settle those lawsuits. You said there were about 1,400 lawsuits actually that are out there, and they have paid about $150 million into a fund to try to compensate some of these victims. We know that all of this is going to cost GM a total of $5 billion when all is said and done, including the recalls that they delayed for so many years. Again, they knew about this for 10 years before they started doing any recalls, Ashley.
All right, Evan, thanks so much for keeping abreast of that. We've been waiting
Absolutely.
on that news. Thank you for that.